The concept of thinking that you are part of this big universe, that you're one with the universe, that you fit in a whole different way, not just here in your body, can be really hard to get your head around. Welcome to my chakra video series where I'm supporting you with your healing, and if you've been through anything traumatic or a life-changing experience that's thrown you. And this one is about the last chakra, the crown chakra, number 7. Now, for those of you who are new to me, which I've been saying in every video, you might like to go back and look at the other ones first. As it keeps saying, we're not always linear with our healing, but you might like to go back to understand the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, third eye, and come to this. But you don't need to do that. You can just start straight here and then go back at a later stage. So this is all about the crown chakra, which I mentioned already is above here, and it's this beautiful color purple. I just love it. For me, this is reverence, this purple. It takes me to a deep space of, I don't know if you want to call it godlike or divinity. I love wearing it, and I love using it. You can see in my artwork, and that's been part of my healing, to be able to bring me into my crown chakra. Because when we are balanced, or when it is open, I should say, we feel alive. We feel we actually can be really present. We don't need to be in the past. We don't need to be in the future. We are one with something. Makes our life, gives our life purpose. It gives our life meaning. We know that there is something that supports us, that's beyond our thinking, our ego, our mind. We know that there's another being at that, or the universe, that is actually watching over us. So we feel safe and we feel protected. We have a faith that we can just step into the unknown and that we'll be okay, we'll be supported, because that's what gives life meaning, that's what gives life's purpose. But when we've been traumatized, or as a child when we're not taught how to think expansively, we shut down. We shut ourselves off from that, become rigid, and what we do is therefore we become attached to what we know. We are always right. What we know is right. We don't know how to get new ideas come through. We stay stuck because that's where we feel safe. That is the known. To truly step into this place of the unknown, to step into the expansion of it, you've got to really let go of everything that you knew. And that really takes courage, and it takes time. I know I'm still trying to learn. Yeah, I suppose I'm still trying to learn. I've stepped into it in this last while and really getting understanding of it. But I know I've got a lot more work to do on this, to really have faith that I've got something other than myself to protect me. Because when I was a child, I was very hurt, I was very vulnerable, I never felt safe. So I created this barrier around me, this protection. So it's taken me a while to actually bring that down, that I can be vulnerable, that I can be open, that I know there's something else around me to support me. And I tell you, once I got a taste for that, and I'm getting it more and more as I step into it more and more, what I realized is that there is someone else out there, or another being, another entity out there that is supporting me. I'm not alone. I don't need to feel isolated. And what that does is actually supports you in enjoying being in your own company. You enjoy the solitude, you enjoy being out in nature or wherever it is you love to go, because you feel so connected with that. Because when you do, you're able to question things. You're able to see things in a whole different way. You're able to receive new information. Because when you shut down, you actually overthink and overanalyze, and that's how you loop. You're always right. You're rigid in your thinking. In fact, you can become very dogmatic. And what you don't realize is that you take that out into the world with you, out into your careers, out into your business, out into your life. And it affects how you come across. It affects the success in your life. It affects the energy around you when you can't be open. Because this is where difficulties come into learning, concentration. You can't stick to one thing because you're all over the place. You're unable to move forward. And what you're doing is you're actually not trusting the universe. You're not trusting its wisdom. But not only that, you're not only not trusting the wisdom out there, but you're also not trusting your inner wisdom, because this is where it all lies. This is why I love doing what I'm doing, because this is what helped me, is coming back to your own inner wisdom. That's where your inner strength lies. That is when you know that you can support yourself in your life no matter what happens. You can keep coming back in here. You have the tools to support you. You have the trust. You have the faith. And what I found for me was, and as I've been working with clients, what happens is that you can become addicted to being spiritual. So what happens is you actually just stay in your head. You can be in fairyland. You're not present. But what happens is you're actually then not caring for your body. not looking after your body, because the body actually tells you things. The body gives you signs. And what you're doing is you're not actually caring for and loving the temple that holds your soul, that holds your spirit. And that is when you can get health issues. That is when you can have depression. You might have a breakdown. That was my experience as well. I had a massive breakdown because I didn't listen to my body. It was telling me. I had signs. I just ignored it. I kept going. Because who would I be if I stopped? I didn't know how to stop. What would people think? I had businesses to run. I couldn't just do that. I couldn't step out of the world and heal myself. My body made sure that I did. And I ended up in hospital with basically an existential crisis. Because I lost contact and sight of everything. I actually lost faith. And I'd been intuitive for a long time. I'd been doing Reiki. And suddenly it wasn't there anymore. I felt angry, I felt lost, I felt isolated. But slowly and surely, I've come back. It took me a while, but I love being in this space again. And I want nothing more than to feel that too. Because you never feel alone. You just know there's that energy around there. It could be a spirit, an angel, whatever it is for you. Because there's a realization of this interconnectedness. You allow the divine to flow through you. You allow yourself to be guided by the divine. It just adds an extra element to your whole being because you realize there's more to life than just you. It gives deeper meaning to what you're doing and who you are. And it gives us a great understanding of life beyond just this physical part. So just take a moment, put your hand, it could be on your crown, whatever you want to do. Take a deep breath and just get a sense of, do you listen to your intuition? Do you have faith? Where do you hold yourself back? What we'll be doing in the next video is a meditation followed by a tapping and Reiki, because I want you to be able to really immerse yourself into what it means to be connected to something bigger than yourself. So as we come to the end, I just want you to say to yourself, I'm open to new ideas. I'm guided by higher power and inner wisdom. Thank you again for allowing me into your space, sharing my wisdom, sharing my knowledge with you. Leave me a comment, any aha moments, any realizations. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Click on the notification so you can receive the next lot of videos. And I look forward to meditating with you. From my divine soul to your divine soul, namaste.